They were supporting the violent attacks against the non-violent protesters.
Who? Give me an example.
1776. X-ray, X-foot, whatever you want to call them, hit the girl with the megaphone.
Yeah, he swatted her megaphone.
Okay.
Now, I have
more.
That's one knucklehead doing something fucking stupid.
Well, I have one more.
You are clumping them together, just like Brett claims I clump all the leftists together.
Okay, no, I'm not. I'm saying there's more. The crystal spraying Ant-Man with the pepper spray.
That's another stupid.
Some could easily say that was justified.
That was not justified. That was in public property. That wasn't private property because that was in Zone 12, not Zone 13.
It doesn't matter where it was.
It does matter.
He was there and harassing them.
No. Wizzy, that does matter.
She said she
that
warned
fucking does matter, Wizzy.
Guess what?
No, Wizzy, that does matter.
Guess what? When I've been out at these protests and I've been live streaming, not counter protesting, not harassing people, I've had pepper spray, no warning by people.
I've been pepper sprayed too.
I think he got really lucky having that many warnings and knowing that she's got it.
That was pepper sprayed too.
But that dumbass challenged her.
You had Big D.
And guess what? He went back at her and, pardon me?
That night. And luckily, he was not arrested, but he did attempt to tackle them and arrest them.
And you know what? I can't believe you think for a second that you would go out there, act a fool, harass people, and not expect to get punched in the fucking mouth.
I'll tell you what.
You are absolutely an entitled little...
No, they're an active protest. They got the...
No.
You don't understand fucking law, Wizzy.
Somebody's not... If you don't think you're going to poke the bear enough that it's going to come and punch you, you're a fool.
But that was on public property. That's on public property.
Okay, you two, time out.
You are entitled to think that you're not going to feel the repercussions of your actions. That's freedom of speech, and that doesn't protect you from anybody but the government, not from each individuals. Right? That's what I hear from the left. That's the argument right there. I hear it constantly.
You're
a Nazi, right?
You're a Nazi. Come on, Wizzy.
No, that's the argument that I get. You're a Nazi, Wizzy. You come out here and you harass us. You don't have the rights to do that. Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Put the gloves down. Put the gloves down.
My live stream's going, and it shows exactly what happened. And it's always me getting attacked by these people, right? And I don't provoke, I don't antagonize, but you do antagonize there and just looking with a pointy beard makes me a Nazi.
Put the gloves down, guys.
Your argument sucks.
You do antagonize, Wizzy.
No, I don't. No. Ant antagonizes. You antagonize. I do not antagonize.
Not as much.
Wait a minute. You keep killing each other in a minute.
You can try to make that argument, but you're not going to get by with it.
We got a legitimate question and a high concern from somebody in chat by the name of Brenda Toretto that said, I have a question about midterm voting. My city ran out of Republican voting cards trying to hinder voters' rights. Has anyone else had that same problem?
Why are you changing the subject?
So you two will stop arguing.
Oh, shit. I actually agree with you.
Jeff, you're catching points. Holy shit, man.
I actually agree with you, Wizzy, on this one. We agree.
I don't want you to agree.
She asked a legitimate question, and I've heard that several states ran into that same problem. They were running out of voter cards on one side or the other. Whether it was intentional or not, I don't know.
That's probably a conversation the chat can have because there's 131 of them. I'm pretty sure none of us have any information about that.
Well, I think she was asking everybody on the panel.
You know what, Jeff? Fuck the chat. Fuck the chat. I'm not getting smart now.
Hey, Telescope, you got to calm down with the fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that.
You're saying more fucks than I did.
my God.
No, I'm pretty sure if we had a tally card, you'd win for the night.
Are we playing bingo?
You want mine with your sea beer next time?
Did I what?
Do you want limes with your sea beer next time?
Oh, jeez.
If we had a tally card, Polish Agnes would be beating me with the F word tonight.
I don't know.
I love Agnes.
Listen, you gotta give me props.
You know, this is the panel that Agnes dealt with tonight, so, like, literally give her all the love. So, like,
those two were freaking
you knew she's getting in some trouble tonight.
I will give Telescope the award for being the first person to get muted on Polish Agnes's show.
3 times.
3 times? No, 4. 4, because
I only counted 3.
Yeah.
Myself.
Also, I forgot you got him once.
He did. Eric did before. Yeah.
You know what? I have a better one, Eric. I was the second person ever banned from Dose chat, so there you go.
Wow. I don't think anyone has ever actually banned me on their chat. Like, I haven't noticed.
No, you're Polish. You're always allowed to BTM. You're good.
No, but I think that's where that whole panel came up with, is what happened to the second go around at Hagerstown, when they were all basically slapped upside the head, said, "Hey, we're done. Have a good life," and it threw everybody in shock.
Do you understand why that happened that way?
From what I heard, and how much of it's true or not, I don't know. But from what I heard, the people in the higher ups knew when they were in California that's what they were going to do.
No, but do you know why it stopped? The TPC ended the minute that it ended. Just before.
That one I don't know. I never asked. I just saw what was on the live stream and it's like, wow.
It's been talked about.
Yeah.
I'm also banning Eric and Princess's chat too, so it's okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That doesn't give you clout.
I got all the clout. I'm banning your chat too. Banning all the chat.
It's not clout.
I just know a lot of people were hurt by it happening, and it upset a lot of people. And I think that's why the people were lashing out on that stream that night, is because they felt hurt. And I think that's where a lot of that came from.
Wizzy, what did you hear was the reason that they ended it the way they ended it?
No, what's the reason why they ended, or what's the reason? What's the reason why they ended it the way they ended, or what's the reason in general they ended it?
Well, I heard they ended it. Okay, and I don't remember if this was the Brian Brazzi Marcus interview on that disgraced trucker that I heard this from, or where I heard it. But I heard they ended it because basically they would end up taking responsibility for what Santa was going to do in D.C. if they didn't end the movement right then and there, and that's why it was so abruptly ended.
That's the Cliff Note version.
That's Cliff Notes version.
That's the Cliff Note version. The extended version adds that a Virginia police officer contacted the organizers and said that if Santa shows up in D.C. with 8,000 Proud Boys, they're going to immediately show up in camp and arrest them all.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think Santa had 8,000 Proud Boys hanging around.
He didn't, and that's the joke.
Yeah.
So,
would you answer this question for me? I don't think you're a Proud Boy. I know I was giving you shit.
Then stop fucking saying it, you jackass.
Okay. I'm saying, why do you want to be associated with around a bunch of Proud Boys?
How can you fucking not get in your head that I go out there and cover everybody?
Okay, but
why is that so difficult for you?
No, but
you're supposed to be so fucking smart, and this college-educated jackass.
No, I'm just asking.
You can't fucking understand that. It irritates the shit out of me because you're so fucking stupid that you can't fucking understand that.
No, Wizzy.
I've said it to you a billion fucking times, and you can't seem to get it.
I never directly asked you this. So,
because you're too busy fucking talking that you don't hear me when I tell you 50 fucking times.
Okay, but
Jesus Christ, man.
I've heard him say you're the stupidest smart man he knows.
When are you going to fucking wise up?
No, Santa's a proud boy.
Yes! Nobody denies that, nor does he! Jesus Christ, man!
He's a proud boy.
Fuck, I have to come inside the house to yell at you! It's 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I'm still up! Because your nonsense keeps me fucking up, because you spread this shit.
No, I really directly want to answer this with you.
Thank you. By the way, that's all just for a fact.
I know.
It was hilarious.
Okay.
It was hilarious.
Whatever.
It's my way of making a point. That's all it is.
Okay, but I'm saying.
Oh my God, Telescope! You freaking took Wizzy out of the bedroom activities. How dare you?
I hope it didn't trigger Tucker.
How dare you?
Hey, don't go down low. Tucker's a good dog.
No, he's outside. He's hanging outside, waiting for me to go to bed.
Okay. But like, you have Oreo, you have Santa, you have.
Yes. That's not me.
I know it's not. I want to ask you.
There with a camera covering an event. I support freedom. I support America. Yes, that's all true. But I don't. Look, I have my beliefs about these things, but it doesn't change anything. You want to use. I ran up and talked to a guy in a wheelchair that was with the Proud Boys because I knew him because he's a streamer, and everybody wants to make this claim that I'm a Proud Boy because I talked to Eddie, and I said hi to Eddie.
I mean, honestly, you can even argue
I didn't stand there and like buddy and give love hugs and bros with a bunch of Proud Boys that I saw walking down the street.
But you can argue about the
That's the news right there. Guess what I did? I ran to the news, and I followed these guys, and they had lunch. And they used the bathroom. And I talked to a couple other live streamers that apparently, all of a sudden, they're Proud Boys too.
Oh, and I know that was Eddie Blanc.
Actually, no. Give me like 2 minutes.
Wait a minute. Wizzy, aren't you a liberal because you've talked to Telescope too?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I am. I'm also an Antifa member, and I'm fed, and I'm a lot of things.
No, it wasn't.
I have proof. I have video of you talking to Telescope. Therefore, you're a member of BTM.
Yes, somebody took a still shot of me, with Telescope.
I've broken this story here, right now.
There you go.
Wick is an official member of BTM because I saw him in close proximity with Telescope.
Yeah,
I've broken the story.
Yeah,
actually, that's not what I'm at. That's really not what I'm at.
Let's let Telescope finish because I'm sure his question's going to be brilliant.
Oh, come on. Don't be constant.
Here we go 2 hours.
So, I understand you're wanting to get into, the news or whatever, and that's fine. I mean, honestly, Sparrow does it. I think Sparrow does it probably the most intelligently of anyone. I mean, of all of us, included.
Sparrow's doing a documentary. He hasn't really posted any.
He doesn't talk.
What are you talking about?
He's done a couple videos.
Wait. Can people who don't just stop for a second? Let me help you understand the nuanced difference. Sparrow takes his camera and he goes out and he quietly documents what's going on. He doesn't need to interact with a live stream. I personally would rather not talk to anybody. I'd rather take my camera out there. What it sees is what people see, and that's it. But unfortunately, guess what, Telescope? The live streams, the people watching the live streams wanted a little more. They want to know who the guy behind the camera is. That's the first thing I learned, Telescope. If you wanted to talk to me about how I got started, why I got started, I would tell you that story. And in fact, if you want me to do a live stream about it, I'll go do a live stream about it tomorrow. And just let everybody hear that story again, because I think it's really important, because I wanted people to see what was going on, because nobody was covering it.
I'd be interested in that.
The news stations weren't going out in LA, so I went out. I was helping another live streamer find her way around LA. She was not a local. In fact, she was a leftist. She was a big-time leftist. In fact, she was known as Mama Bird that ran the Chaz Chop. And I saw what was going on, and she stopped me from showing, because I had her camera at the time, an argument, a fight that was breaking out. And she didn't want her ability to be out there taken away. So she grabbed the camera out of my hand, and I go, wait, I've got my own camera. And I picked it up, and I recorded an assault of a news crew, a Hispanic news crew, by a white guy that didn't want them showing what was going on. That was the first thing I shot.
But honestly, this is what I'm trying to get to, and I want to thank you, Wizzy, for.
So that's the difference between Sparrow and I. Sparrow's not doing the same thing.
Okay.
So
do you think
he's a better journalist. You're right. He's a much better filmmaker than I am.
So, but do you think it's the same thing? Like I went out to dinner with my former boss the other day, and I was explaining the whole hectic Trailer Park Boys meets cops meets a soap opera with a cult,